Spider Tanks is a 3v3 PvP brawler game developed by Game Media in the Gala Games ecosystem. Players customize their tanks with a wide array of weapon parts, body parts, props, and skills facing off against each other in an intense competition across a variety of unique maps and game modes. My name is Smilinmonster and this is the Ultimate Spider Tanks Beginner's Guide, so let's get to it. So to start playing Spider Tanks, the first thing you're going to need is a Gala Games account. Now, if you already have an account, no problem, but if you don't, then just click on the link in the description below to create an account, follow the simple steps to make the account. If you need a video tutorial, then you can check out the video here. I've already made it showing you how to go through the step-by-step process of making a Gala Games account and link it to your MetaMask. Once you've done that, we can move on to the next step, which is downloading the game. Once you've made the account, head over to the Games tab and then click Install. It will tell you to install the Gala Games launcher and then you'll be able to install the game. If you're using a browser such as Brave, you may have to turn off Brave shields during the installation process because sometimes it can bug out and keep repeating the installation of the launcher. Once you've installed the game, you can launch it and finish the quick tutorial that was recently implemented after the 1.3.0 patch update. The tutorial will teach you how to pick your tank weapon, your body, and your skills. If it's your first time playing, I highly recommend you do this tutorial as well as the basic quests, since it will award you with your first free prop. Now, Spider Tanks is a Web3 game. However, you do not need NFTs to play Spider Tanks or earn in Spider Tanks. You can do it completely free. So let's start off with the free to play side. If you do not have any NFTs, don't worry. There's a system in Spider Tanks called the Pilot and Captain Program, where people with NFTs can lend you the NFTs to play and you can earn with those NFTs, which we'll talk about later on, and the breakdowns will also be coming later on this video. You can head over to the garage and select Pilot, and when the match starts, it will spawn you in with a random weapon and a body tank combo that was deployed by the captain. If you want to find a specific tank or you're a high ranked player looking to earn more, head over to the Spider Tanks Pilot program in Discord and post there. If you do own NFTs, then all you have to do is equip them from your garage, as well as props and skins if you do have any. Currently right now, props and skins do not earn you any victory points, but the body and weapon do. Victory points and what they do and how to earn them will be explained later on in this video. Currently there are two generations of NFTs for Spider Tanks, Gen 1 and Gen 2. Gen 1 tanks start with levels based on what rarity the tank part is, and Gen 2 tanks start from level 0. You have to level them up from scratch. Once they are max level though, both earn the same amount of victory points. On a side note, some NFT tanks come with both the weapon and body. These are referred to as complete tanks, and most are limited edition tanks that may not be sold again. Now that you have your own tank set up with the props and skins as well as the skills of your choice, you want to pick which game mode you are playing. There are currently 5 game modes available in Spider Tanks. The first one is Ranked, the second is Casual, the third is Exhibition, fourth is Shooting Range, and the fifth is Survival. Ranked games are the games you'll be playing the most since it's an ELO system, and the higher you rank, the better your rewards. Casual mode was added in the recent update. It's a game mode you play with no consequences of losing your rank, but it does not earn you any victory points. Next up is Exhibition mode, and this allows you to have private games with your friends or test strategies on your own in a private match. You make the lobby and set the passcode so you decide who can join you to play. The shooting range is self-explanatory. You load into a map with a variety of bots and targets to practice your aim or test your skills. Finally, we have Survival. This game mode is pretty fun. It's self-explanatory, survive as long as you can. To be fair, the only times I've played this game mode is when my daily quests want me to. Next we have game types. There are currently 6 types ranging from Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Chicken Chase, King of the Hill, Poultry Pusher, and Kill Confirmed. Here's a quick breakdown of every game type, starting off with Team Deathmatch. It's fairly simple. You just have to kill the enemy team. The team with the highest score at the end wins. For Capture the Flag, you first have to get the flag, which is placed in the center of the map. Then you have to keep it on your character for as long as possible. The team that keeps the flag on them for the longest duration wins. However, if the enemy team have been dominating and you do manage to capture the flag, the game will not finish. It will go into overtime, and once the flag is dropped, it will end. So if you do manage to hold the flag and increase your score higher than your enemy team score by 1 point, you will win the game. Next up, Chicken Chase. So this is one of the most hated game modes in Spider Tanks right now. Both teams have to collect mini chickens and place them into the barrels. The team that deposits the most chickens in the barrel wins the game. If both teams are tied, you will go into overtime, and whoever deposits the final chicken will win. King of the Hill is fairly straightforward. You have to capture and hold a choke point on the map. The team that holds the choke point and gets it to 100 wins. Poultry Pusher is another game mode that is currently hated by the majority of Spider-Tank's community. You have to protect a giant chicken as it makes its way across enemy lines. You have 2 spots at the start of the game, one for your enemy team and one for your team. You have to get your chicken to the other side while defending against relentless onslaughts from your enemies while trying to do the same to them. Finally, we have the game type I enjoy the most, which is kill confirmed. This is like Team Deathmatch, where you have to kill your opponents, but once the opponent dies, they will drop an egg. And to score a point, you have to pick up that egg. If the enemy team retrieves their ally's egg, it will nullify the point and the game will continue. The team with the highest score at the end wins. Each of these game types are played on a map. There are currently 10 maps in Spider-Tanks that you can play on: Safe Haven, Jungle Temple, Dragon Base, Death Canyon, Frozen Research, Crowded Shrine, Vault of Value, Streaming Stronghold, and Forsaken City. Each map has advantages and disadvantages for every game type, but it can also depend on your team composition. For example, I would rather play King of the Hill on Death Canyon than Streaming Stronghold. Another thing that can affect the outcome of a game is what skills you pick. You can currently pick 2 skills to bring with you into battle. These 2 skills can determine if you win the match or lose the match. I say this because certain game modes on certain maps with certain skills are pretty much a guaranteed win as long as you know what you're doing with the said skills. There are currently 20 skills that you can use in Spider-Tanks. Each skill falls into 3 categories: offensive skills, defensive skills, and utility skills. It's generally a good idea to not have skills from the same category. I normally play the Executioner Chicken Tank with the Vortex and Repair Drone. One of them is a utility skill, while the other is a defensive skill. The Chicken Tank is fairly good at dealing damage, so I don't need an offensive skill. The utility of the Vortex can sometimes help me deal more damage than an offensive skill. While we're on the topic of skills, we might as well talk about the garage. This is where you go to do all your fine tuning of your tanks. Every 24 hours you are given 3 free tanks to play with. They do not earn VP, which is victory points, but you are able to experiment with them without having to own the NFT. You will also be selecting if you want to use your own tank or take part in the pilot program. The captain and the pilot program will be explained in detail in just a bit, but if you're using your own tank, make sure to select the weapon and body you want to play with. You ideally want to have them at the highest level possible with the best quality possible. What does this mean? Well, each tank part can be leveled up to 30. The way you level up the tank is by clicking upgrade and using the said crafting materials to level it up. When you do the upgrade though, pay close attention to what your upgrade score you have. If you plan to play the game and just have fun, then you don't have to worry about this too much. But if you're a min-maxer like me, you ideally want to get all perfects or excellence on the upgrade score. This is because having all perfect and excellent upgrade scores mean you have better HP, speed, energy regen, damage, range, etc. than if you upgrade it with the upgrade score of decent, good, or great. Chair Bandit has also posted the upgrade score reroll chance, which I will have appear on the screen now. If you have bought an NFT and the previous owner did random rerolls, don't worry. The Spider-Tanks team hears you. In the recent Discord AMA, they did say you'll be able to reroll those levels soon. Currently, once you agree to that upgrade, that is a permanent upgrade. If you want the full breakdown of the Discord AMA, check out my AMA summary video here. It basically summarizes the 65 minutes AMA into less than 15 minutes. Now, we mentioned materials needed to upgrade your tank. Currently, there are 2 ways to get them. One is by doing your daily and weekly quests. These will give you random materials every day / every week. However, if you want a specific material, then you can head over to the Gala store and buy said material with SIL, which is the cryptocurrency you earn when playing Spider-Tanks. If you're not worried about the speed of the transaction, then you can also use your credit / debit card or the Gala token, as well as some other options. I normally use the silk that I earned by playing the game to upgrade my tank. Each rarity level you go up by, another material is needed to upgrade. You can find which one from the Discord post by Chair Bandit. The captain and the pilot program in Spider-Tanks is another feature that several people use on a daily basis. Captains are people that own the NFT tanks. Pilots are people that use the tanks and play the matches with them, each earning some victory points after every game won. The ratio depends on what the captain sets upon deploying the tank in the drop pod. The normal ratio is 50-50. Atomic drop pods are items in Spider-Tanks that can be bought from the Gala game store. The drop pod will stay in your inventory until it is activated, and once activated, it will last 30 days, whether you use it or not. Keep in mind though, if you have a rare tank, you will need to deploy it in a rare drop pod. If you have an uncommon tank, you will need an uncommon drop pod. Ironclad pods are permanent pods that can deploy any rarity tank and do not decay over 30 days. Every account starts with one Ironclad pod. I have mentioned victory points a few times, so what are they? Victory points are earned by playing and winning in the game, which can then be submitted for silk distribution. To be more specific, every time they win a match, the specific number of victory points awarded is based on the level and rarity of the NFTs used. The reward distribution follows a diminishing return curve for each given day, and is such that they should be able to receive the majority of the daily distribution of victory points, 90%, within the first 10 victories. At the end of the day, those victory points will be totaled and the silk replacement allowance distribution based on the player victory to silk ratio for that day, with the appropriate amount of silk placed in the player's treasure chest. Silk is the cryptocurrency token you earn for playing spider tanks. You can use silk in a number of ways, the main being the upgrades for a tank. You can buy components from the Gala Game Store and use them to reroll and upgrade your tank to increase its earning potential significantly. You can also supercharge your earnings. As a player wins matches during a 24-hour period, they receive diminishing victory points for each win. Supercharge is a mechanic that allows players to fix a part that continues to provide diminishing returns if the supercharge matches never happened. Supercharge only lasts for the first 5 matches regardless of whether the player wins or loses. Supercharge currently cannot be used and is being reworked to fit the new changes made to how silk is distributed. Here are 3 images/charts you should pay attention to. All of these can be found in the Spider Tanks discussion channel under the pinned messages. The first one is the VP rank multiplier. The higher your ELO rank, the more VP you'll be earning. The second is the daily wins. So each NFT reaches max wins once they hit 20 wins for that day. However, I normally only play till 10 wins since I don't think any more is worth it. As you can see here, 10 wins is 93% of the VP you can earn from one NFT that day. Finally, we have the VP level and rarity chart. This chart shows both how level and rarity come into play when deciding how much VP is given to each NFT. As you can see, once all tanks are maxed out, both Gen 2 and Gen 1 tanks earn the same amount. Now that's all for part 1 of the beginner's guide video. Stay tuned for part 2 where we'll talk about how to rank higher in ELOs, what tank combos well with what skills, what game mode is good for which map, and many more. As always, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell, because it's free and it's the easiest way to support me as a content creator. See you guys in the next video.